Good afternoon, one and all. Respected dignitaries on the dais, esteemed chief guests, participants, faculty members, and our students, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to the Valedictory program of Anveshana 2026, an international conference on Innovate, Integrate, Impact, Technology and Trade for a Better World. Over the course of this conference, we have witnessed insightful discussions, innovative ideas, and meaningful academic exchanges. Now we gather here to formally conclude this enriching academic journey. To begin the valedictory session, I invite Mrs. Sandhya Achari, Librarian, Department of Library Science, to deliver the welcome address.
Good evening to all. I am Mrs. Sandhya Achari, Librarian, Department of Library and Information Center. First and foremost, I extend a warm welcome to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Chandrashekaran Siddamadappa, founder of Vipragen Biosciences Limited. We are deeply honored by your gracious presence today. Welcome you, sir. I extend my heartfelt welcome to Organizing Secretary and IKS Coordinator, Mrs. Mridula Sojan, Associate Professor, HOD of Computer Science. I welcome you, ma'am. A warm welcome to our Organizing Secretary, Mr. Gurumati Bhatt, Associate Professor, HOD of Commerce and Management. I welcome you, sir. And Organizing Secretary, Mr. Nagendra R, Physical Education Director. I welcome you, sir. A very special welcome to all distinguished speakers, session chairs, researchers, academicians, and participants, and dear students, whose contributions make this conference meaningful and impactful. Once again, I warmly welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your warm words of welcome. Now I request Mrs. Neha Jekle, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, to present the profile of our esteemed chief guest.
Good evening, everyone. It's my privilege to introduce a distinct scientist, entrepreneur, and a mentor, Dr. Chandrashekaran Siddamadappa. Dr. Chandrashekaran is an accomplished alumni of the Indian Institute of Science with over 3 decades of rich experience in biotechnology, spanning research, innovation, and entrepreneurship. He holds a master's degree in biochemistry from Bangalore University and PhD in molecular biology from IISc. Over the years, he has made significant contribution in areas such as recombinant technologies, drug discovery, molecular diagnostics, and biopharmaceutical development. He has worked with leading organizations like AstraZeneca and plays a key role in advancing biotech innovations in India. Dr. Chandrashekaran is a serial entrepreneur and a founder of Enzyme Biosciences Limited, which has successfully scaled and later exited to Alchem Laboratory Limited. He was instrumental in establishing biologic development platforms, including monoclonal antibodies and biosimilars, bringing several products close to clinical trials. Continuing his entrepreneurial journey, he founded Vipragen Biosciences Private Limited, a leading preclinical drug discovery company based in Mysore, known for its advanced research platform and global standards. Beyond business, Dr. Chandrashekaran is deeply committed to nurturing innovations. He actively mentors startups, contributing to biotech incubators like Center for Cellular and Molecular Platforms, and co-founded IBM's, that is Indian Biotech Startups, a foundation supporting biotech startups in India. He is also passionate about education and social impact, especially in promoting rural education and empowering girl children. We are glad to have you on this great occasion. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. It is now my honor to invite our respected chief guest, Dr. Chandrashekaran Siddamadappa, founder, Vipragen Biosciences, to address the gathering.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, especially the students. It's always nice to come to colleges and talk to the students. I think I always enjoy this. That mainly because I go back to my student days. Also, just to tell myself that, look at, some of these events actually makes me to remind my own journey of student life to coming to Bangalore from a small village, and then carving my life around education and job and finally entrepreneurship. I think sometime I was thinking Sheshatripuram Degree College, the science degree. So I came to know that it is BCA and commerce, and also you have a PG course also in the business. Nevertheless, I think it doesn't matter what we study during the degrees. Right? It's most important that what you want to do in your life. What I was thinking that I don't want to talk about any subject because you would have probably heard past 2 days or 3 days a lot of quantum physics to computer science to accounting and all these things. So I thought I really like both the name of the international conference, aptly named as Anveshana. Also talks about how at the student level only you need to focus on innovative thinking, not just following somebody around you has done it and just seeing them and following it up. Another thing is also another word is also very apt word is the integrate. The integrate also is very interesting. Not just integrate yourself with the subjects around you. Nowadays, what happens is that these specializations, so-called, they're all coming together. There's a lot of merging is happening between different academic sections. So in that aspect, I think integrate actually is a right word. And at the end of the day, for all of us, we're all here to create some impact both as a student, as a teacher, as well as when you go to a job, you may join for a company or an organization at different levels, or after leaving the company and you also have a family and then might go back to your villages and then see what all these things we are doing, education to getting a job to starting a company or anything, to create an impact around us. I think that is another word. I think I felt very interesting. All the how do the Anveshana also means that how do you look at carving that path towards innovating yourself, also networking and collaborating and integrating the knowledge around you. Also try to create an impact, which wherever you are, let's say whether you are a student, whether you are going for a job or an entrepreneur. In fact, what I was thinking is that instead of giving some kind of gyan, so I thought just talk about little bit of myself. Always reminds me. I was sitting like this, like one of you. Actually, I come from a small village. This village called Velalam, actually part of Tamil Nadu. And there, a lot of people was speaking in Telugu. School was in Telugu, but I'm a Kannadiga. Basically, we speak all in our village and surrounding villages in Kannada. It means that I went to the school, but Telugu I never understood. It's in Tamil Nadu, and then somehow managed till my high school. I studied in Telugu. I then came to Kanpura to do my, I just managed to pass, and then came to Kanpura to do my first PU. First PU was like, my science was 35%. That means I somehow, one of the teachers probably would have passed. I don't know whether I passed or not. So, some conviction that, I had to do science. I wanted to do PCME. And then went around, where I got 35% what science to do. Finally managed to get into PCME. That's when I think, of course, English was a problem for us. It was never like Telugu medium all along. English was not at all exposed. First year never understood anything. And then second year onwards, I think, I don't matter. Second year I did, first class, 67%. Then we had, I think, the second batch for CT exam. Those days, I think, either you have to do MBBS or you have to get into engineering. If you don't do any of these, I'm just trying to say that, how just not even, I'm not completed my generation, not even one generation changed. How life is actually changing over, let's say, 20, 30 years. Just want to give you my own example to tell the students, it's not important what you study, and then what is important is what you want to do in your life. Then, I finished my PU, and then many of my friends, I did quite well in CET also, because I didn't have 5 years study certificate in Karnataka, I didn't get it. So I went back to my village and thought, I do agriculture, did 1 year agriculture, came back and did my BSc. And then, of course, life went on. And then wanted to become a teacher, and then finally studied biochemistry, ended up being a scientist. A guy, from a small village, 35% in science. I published probably 15-20 papers in the peer journals. went on to become a scientist and also did PhD in the University of Science, which is basically one of the premier institute in India. So, looking back this journey, not to just brag about my own journey or did something great. I think I was also trying to impress upon the students that it doesn't matter where you come from, what you're going to do. All along my journey I was only dreaming about it. I was only dreaming about to do my science. I was only dreaming about to become an architect, and then couldn't do that, and then wanted to become a scientist. Then also started dreaming about getting into the industry, and then once I was in the industry, I started dreaming about if somebody can start a company, why I am not able to start this company on myself. And if you see the whole journey, I feel that it was not very easy. It was yeah, it was very difficult. And from those days to now, we had a clear cut path. For us, you do PUC degree, and then you do post graduation, and then you do your PhD if you have it. In those days, you only become a teacher, which is a good thing to do. But when I did my MSc, I think there was only one or two startup companies, and there are very few biotech companies and very few pharma companies. Absolutely no job opportunities. But I wanted to be in the industry, and then got into a startup company, and then moved, and then went on to do my PhD, and then get into one of the prestigious company called AstraZeneca in the drug discovery space. And those days also, and if you see it now, when I finished my MSc, there were only probably 6-7 startup companies. Now, if you see that in biotech space, I'm talking about, I'm not talking about IT and other area, you see a vast difference is happening. Now there are around 10,000 startup companies. There are around 10 when we started, not very long ago, around 25 years back, 28 years back. But things are kind of changed drastically, both in terms of opportunities and also in terms of, most importantly, those days were like when you do your B.Ed or MSc or this one, you're supposed to go to only particular college or teaching or some profession or government jobs. I think it's a vast change happens. I think now sky is the limit what students can do. But I see nowadays I go to IITs, I go to other colleges and then do them, and the second year, third year students coming and talking to me, how do you start a company? I have some ideas, I want to start a company at those days. I think things have really changed over the time, and also the opportunities over the time. At the same time, there are opportunities. At the same time, there are skill gaps. Also, there are jobs which are not a lot of unemployment as well. I think there is a paradox which you start seeing in front of you. A lot of opportunities are there, a lot of jobs are there, but still you find that. That's one part. The second part, I think, is that in terms of technologies, technology changing. There was one era of IT era where computer science was communication, computer science, and there was the infrastructure and mechanical and those kind of things were happening. But now this is the AI/ML era, where the lots of things in our own biotech space. I wouldn't call that, the lot of engineers we work with, lot of computer science engineers we work with them, and we ourselves in our own small company with 100 people we do research. One of the integral part of our research is actually we use extensive artificial intelligence and then machine learning capabilities, even to run our organizations, even to identify the drugs, new drugs. We use extensively in terms of drug discovery, development, and also how these drugs become very safe and going to the human studies. Even at the human studies level, we are using artificial intelligence. In addition to that, another point I wanted to also mention is that these disciplines have come along together. There is no, like, you have a mechanical engineer working for a medical device, and then you have a computer science guy writing the software for that, and then you have a biochemistry guy making the assay for that. So I think the entire the complementary of these disciplines coming together, and of course, end of the day, you need to have people who understand the humanities and then also understand the finance and drive the business. I think it's like it's all the opportunities coming together. I just wanted to give you a couple of incidences in my own example. Is that, for example, there are people who have actually done altogether different. One of the examples which I worked with Alchem Laboratories. Alchem Laboratories chairman was Samrada Singh. He's actually become graduate. He started Alchem Laboratories at the age of 55. And he built a innovative pharma company which I sold my biotech company to him. I mean, it's almost $3 billion company in terms of revenue, one of the top pharmaceutical and biopharma companies. And my own family example is my son has studied BA in English honors. Now he's actually heading entire company as head of the operations and managing the entire show. In fact, he talks more science than me. What I wanted to say is that it doesn't matter what specializations and what for example, if somebody is doing MCA and also trying to understand AML, and then AML, you can actually think of using what is your interest. Let's say if you want to solve a mental illness or mental health issues. But now AML is, I've seen several companies working on AML in the mental health area. So I just wanted to give my own example and also the impress upon the students. Also want to finally tell the students that don't look for shortcuts. I'll tell you the reason being. I also wanted to quickly finish my engineering, get a job, get married, and all. Never happened. So I took a very long drive. Went out to do PhD, and then even after that, my salary was not very great. But I stayed put. I had a long dream of starting my own company and doing it. I think what life taught me is that you got to be patient and long-term dreams. What is it you want to become after 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years down the line? What is your passion? What is it you want to do? And then when you strongly think about it and you start building your own thought process around that, thinking about it and then doing it. I think I wanted to tell the students that you are at the age of opportunities. At the same time, you are at the Sheshadripuram College. You're all blessed. You have a fantastic system. The fact that Anveshana is happening at degree college that shows that the commitment from the the management college side is how much they're doing, giving all of you an opportunity to interact. I think lastly I wanted to tell you that one of the key takeaway, at least in my journey, is that network, talk to people, and then understand their journey, understand what you can do, what is that you have done differently, what you can do differently. I mean, that's how you start innovating yourself, integrate yourself, and then creating impact and whatever you do in your life. I think I hope I'm not taking too much of my time, and I wish all the students best wishes. And I leave my contact if you have any doubts or any dreams and anybody wants to discuss. I'll be very happy to talk to them maybe later sometime. And I also thank Chaika. I think she contacted me. I didn't know it is a BCA college. I said I'm not a right fit to be as a chief guest, but I also thank my principal for this opportunity. I always enjoy interacting with the students. Thank you so much and all the best.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring and insightful address. Your words will certainly motivate and guide all of us. To present a brief summary of the conference proceedings, I invite Mrs. Mridula Sochin, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, to come and kindly give the conference proceedings.
Good evening, everyone. Respected dignitaries on the dais, delegates from various institutions, faculty members, paper presenters, and participants. It is my privilege to present the brief summary of International Conference Anveshana 2026, organized by IQAC and Research and Development Cell of Seshadripuram Degree College, Mysore, in association with the Departments of Commerce and Management, Computer Science, Library and Information Science, and Physical Education. The conference provided a platform for academicians, professionals, researchers, and students to deliberate on various issues across 4 domains. The conference inaugurated by the chief guest, Dr. Dharma Prasad, CEO and Chief Scientist, Preseta Bio, and Founder Director Go presents. The keynote address was delivered by Dr. Valmurugan Balaswamy, Professor and Chairperson, School of Engineering and IT, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Dubai. The session was presided over by Sri B.M. Parthasarathi, Honorary Treasurer, Seshadripuram Educational Trust. The technical sessions were conducted in 4 parallel tracks from 11:15 a.m. covering commerce and management, computer science, library science, and physical education. Each sessions highlighted various themes such as sustainability, ethical practices, emerging technologies, knowledge infrastructure, and the role of sports in developments. Overall, the sessions were informative, interactive, and contributed significantly to the academic value of the conference. The paper presentations were held from 1:30 p.m. across 10 parallel tracks with strong participations from all departments. A total of 79 papers were presented in commerce and management, 26 in computer science, 14 in library science, and 9 in physical education. The sessions reflected active involvement and valuable academic contributions from both students and faculties. The valedictory session commenced from 4 p.m. in presence of the chief guest, Dr. Chandrashekaran Siddamadappa, founder of Vipragen Biosciences. Anveshana 2026 successfully fulfilled its theme, innovative, integrate, impact, by promoting interdisciplinary collaborations and knowledge sharing. The conference provided valuable opportunities for research exchange and academic networking. On behalf of organizing committee, I extend sincere gratitude to our management, organizing committee, session players, speakers, participants, and volunteers for making the conference a grand success. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for that comprehensive overview of the conference. I now invite a few participants to share their valuable feedback and experiences about the conference. Any participants? Kindly volunteer and give the feedback.
Good day everyone. I am Shreyas, Assistant Professor at STC State College and also a research scholar at Sagar University. And firstly, I would like to thank Chandrashekaran for giving a wonderful platform for both research scholars, academicians and also the students, which helps us to improve ourselves in a different dimensions. And also I would appreciate Chandrashekaran that it has been conducted at the international level in multidisciplinary part, which is a rare in aspect. And the session was wonderful. The technical session was good, and also the persons who was chosen for keynote speakers and also for the validations, and also the reviewer were very excellent. And I would once again thank you, Chandrashekaran. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Shavni of final year BCom of STG First Grade College in Koli. My heartfelt thanks for the Chandrashekaran First Grade College and the Anveshana for conducting Anveshana 2026. It's a great opportunity, ma'am. Thank you so much for that. And this is my first research paper presentation, and I also thank my college and our principal Nishanti Naidu sir, and also my guide Pallavi ma'am. This is a great initiative and a great program which makes the students think out of the box, out of the syllabus. This is a great opportunity, and thank you for each and everyone who make this program and program possible. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for your wonderful reflections and valuable feedbacks. As we approach the conclusion of this program, I request Mr. Tejasvi S, Assistant Professor.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Prajwala Bharadwaj. I am from DM20 First Grade College. I had a wonderful pleasure to come here and present the paper here. And I was very much excited about the background of the expected chief guest, sir. As I was an investor of Alpha Laboratories as well, I was going through the con calls and the investor presentations and how the company was standing out in the craft space and how they were getting out their case and so on. So that was very much insightful for me. And personally, Anveshana was a very good learning experience and also amalgamation of all the knowledge we are gaining from a lot of professors, a lot of PhD scholars, and a lot of students as well. So it was a very insightful conference and I had a lot of fun. Thank you so much.
So now I call upon Mr. Tejasvi S, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, to deliver the vote of thanks.
A warm and graceful afternoon to everyone gathered here. It's an honor to address you on the special occasion of the valedictory ceremony of International Conference Anveshana 2026. I, Tejasvi S, Assistant Professor of Computer Science, take this privilege to give a vote of thanks. First and foremost, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to our respected Chief Guest, Dr. Chandrashekaran Siddamadappa, founder of Vipragen Biosciences, for gracing this occasion and sharing his valuable insights. Your words have truly inspired us and added great value to this conference. Thank you, sir. I extend my sincere thanks to our esteemed management and principal, Dr. Valedictory, for their constant support and encouragement in organizing this conference successfully. Thank you, ma'am. My special thanks to all the departments, Department of Commerce and Management, Computer Science, Library Science, and Physical Education and Sports, along with the Internal Quality Assurance Cell and Research and Development Cell, Prayoga, for their excellent coordination and teamwork. I would also like to thank all the faculty members, research scholars, and participants who contributed their knowledge, presented papers, and actively engaged in discussions. Your participation made this conference meaningful and impactful. A note of appreciation to the organizing committee, volunteers, and technical team whose hard work behind the scenes ensured the smooth conduct of this event. Last but not the least, I thank each and everyone present here for being a part of this successful event. Thank you all.
With this, we come to the end of the valedictory program of Anveshana 2026. I, Mrs. Sridevi Prabhu, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Management, would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our respected principal and the organizing committee for giving me the wonderful opportunity to serve as the master of ceremonies for today's programs. It has truly been a great learning experience and an honor to be part of Anveshana 2026 in this capacity. Thank you once again for your trust and support. Every conference may conclude, but the ideas it generates continue to grow. May the insights gained here inspire us to explore new possibilities and guide us in our academic and professional journeys. Wish you all continued success in your academic and professional endeavors. Thank you all for your active participation and contribution in making this conference a grand success. I now request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem.
Group attention.
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जन गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे